Hello, this is going to be a tutorial on how to solve the brain twist. Now, a lot of you may already know how to solve the brain twist or think it's an easy puzzle, but sometimes you might come into a situation where two pieces are switched and you can't figure out how to flip them. The reason for that is because there's a small parity issue when dealing with this puzzle that I'm going to go over, and hopefully that will help you solve the puzzle easier. So anyway, the first thing you should know is that there's two solved states. This is one of the solved states where each tip has the three colors that are matching, and you flip it, it's the same thing. Okay, and the other state is where an entire face, so these three are the same color. Now either way, you need to know this crucial piece of information. First of all, you need to get the red side all together. Okay, either like this or like this. And if you're going to solve for the tips, like the way I have it right now, this is the what you need to know. You need to get all the reds together and then expand it. And what should happen is you should have these three colors. You should have the blue, the light green, and the yellow. And when they're expanded like this, off of the red side, make sure it's on they're all red. If you're solving it for the tips version, you're going to have blue, light green, and yellow in a counterclockwise pattern. Okay? Like so. Now, if you're going to solve it the other way, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to put them to where they're in a clockwise pattern. So let me do that real quick. This is what I'm talking about with a clockwise pattern. When you're solving for a solid face like this, okay, first of all, get all the reds together and then flip it and make sure that it's in a clockwise pattern. So you have blue, light green, and yellow. Now again, this is clockwise if you plan on solving it for the entire face. So let's go ahead and solve the rest of it now. At this point, you should be able to solve it on your own, but if you don't feel comfortable, continue watching the video and I'm going to show you how to solve it the flat way with the entire face, and I'm going to show you how to do it the tips way. Okay, so let's go and do it the flat way. Once you have all the reds together, which is kind of intuitive, so just mess around with it until you get all the reds together. Make sure that you have these in a clockwise pattern. And if you don't have them in a clockwise pattern, here's what you do. You're going to flip it. You're going to rotate one of the reds down. You're going to flip it back up. Rotate it over. Flip it again. Bring this red and exchange it with this red. Flip it again. Go back the opposite direction as the first time. And then pull this red back up. And what that'll do is that'll switch it. Now I already had it in the correct way, so this is actually backwards. But again, let me show you that one more time. Expand it. Go down. Bring it together. Bring one of these side pieces over here. Switch out the reds. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put this piece over here and bring that red back up like that. And so that'll give you the clockwise blue, light green, yellow combination. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve the rest of this thing. I like to use blue as my base color, so I'm going to solve all the blue ones now. So, here we go. Again, a lot of this is intuitive on how to get it down there, but I will show you guys how to do that later. But there we go. So I got blue on my base. Now what I want to do is I want to check and make sure they're in the right order. So I'm going to take my red side here, and the yellow is still intact. At this point, I just want to make sure it's the right way. So the yellow, this is yellow and this is red, so we know this one's matched up right here. Okay, now this one is purple. So we want to make sure that it's the right one. So we know that since this face is going to be yellow, that this has to be yellow. So that means it's either going to be this piece. It's either going to be this like lightish purple here, or it's going to be this darker purple here. So let's see. That's orange. Okay, this is dark purple. So we know that this piece can go here. So it's yellow and dark purple. And this is dark purple here. So we know that this is the right piece. If it was switched, there was no way that that yellow was going to match up because it would be matching up with orange instead of dark purple. Okay, so now that we have the base set, let's go ahead and figure out how to get the rest of these pieces in there. Let's go ahead and start with realigning this red piece that I mixed up. So you're going to look and just kind of fold it open a little bit and say, okay, I know it's red. Okay, and again, this is the blue, light green, yellow section. So I like to start with that. So I need to know this light green, which is red, which is good. It needs to go down there. So what I'm going to do is this is the same move for every single situation. So pay attention. You're going to take it and you're going to rotate it off of its face. So it's going to go down there. You're going to move it out of the way. You're going to flip it. And what's going to happen is you're going to take this piece and swap these two pieces like that. So you're going to bring them together first, like so, and then swap them out. And pull it up. Then take this green, put it over there. Bring it down, and you're going to swap these two now. So bring it down, and you know this has to go downward, so you're going to rotate it downward, like so. Then open it back up again. And there you go. So now you have all the reds together, and it's in that same clockwise pattern. Let's go to the next color. So we got to get purple, so let's look for some purple pieces. In this case, it's yellow and purple. So here's yellow and purple right here. Again, you're going to rotate it. If it's got to go here, you're going to rotate it out of the way. You're going to switch these two, so bring them together. This one has to go up here. So rotate it upwards. Unfold it. Then swap them out. And then this piece has to go downward. So you bring them together, rotate it downward, and open it back up. And there you go. Okay, so we just finished getting that yellow right there. So let's go to the next one. So we need purple. Okay, so let's look for a piece with purple in it. Okay, this green one has purple. It needs to go down here. So again, we're going to move it away from where it needs to go, and we're going to swap these two pieces. So pull them together, and this one's got to go upward. So pull them together and rotate it upwards like so. Flip it back out, and we can swap them out. Okay, these two need to switch, and that one needs to go downward. So bring them together, rotate it downward, open it back up, and there you go. Let's go ahead into the last one. Okay, that one's already solved. We got lucky there, so orange and orange matches up. So let's go ahead and get the last orange, which is right here. So again, we're going to move it away from, so it's not aligned. We're going to swap out these two. This one goes upwards. So flip and rotate upwards and unflip. Swap them out. This one needs to go downwards, so flip, rotate downwards, and flip. And there you go. Your brain twist should be solved. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over how to do it the other way, the tips version. So what you're going to do is you're going to get all of your reds to get in one tip. Like so. Again, this is intuitive, so just figure it out on your own. Okay, there you go. Now I got it in one tip, like so. And we're going to open it up and make sure that it's the right way. So in this case, it's counterclockwise. So we have blue, light green, and yellow. So that's good. If it's not the right way, just flip it the same way we did earlier in the video. So now we're going to flip this over, and we're going to say, okay, we need a yellow piece. So let's look for a yellow piece. Okay, purple right here. Boom. Put the purple right there. Now we also need to make sure that it's in the right spot, because it could go here or here, because this is yellow. This is the yellow face. So we need to make sure it matches. Okay, so light blue, let's see. The purple's light blue. So that means that purple is going to go over here. So that's good. If, for whatever reason, it was on the wrong face, like, here, let me just show you. Happens when it's on the wrong face. If my puzzle will cooperate. Come on. There you go. Okay, let's say we thought this is the right face. So we got yellow here and yellow here. Okay, so say, okay, that's purple. That means that this purple here has to be, the purple here has to be light green, because they're in a spiral, and there's no light green on either of these purples. So I know that this purple's on the wrong spot. Let's go ahead and put it back. Okay,